Humans have always felt the need to argue that one thing, or in this instance, a song, is superior to another. Now we have this great debate of Metallica versus Megadeth for the greatest thrash band of all time, and this rivalry has steeped into the argument of greatest thrash song ever. People always argue between Holy Wars and Master of Puppets being the greatest thrash song. Now what if I told you there's another big band, one that you have heard of, that's a new metal band that made a song that rivals these two great thrash metal songs? So in order for me to make an argument why this is a great thrash song, I need to first establish what makes a good thrash song. So to be a great thrash song, you need to have some components: technicality, lyrics, melodies, and harmonies. Now there are many other ways to judge a song, but those are way more subjective, and I'm trying to keep it simple. So now that we have our criteria and our songs for comparison, let's get into it. First, we start off with technicality. Guitars and bass. Gematria is one of Slipknot's most difficult and technical songs. The riffs for the song are pretty hard, and they're for advanced players for sure. And Holy Wars is also very technical, and it's pretty hard to perform. Now, I don't have a deliberate answer for which song is harder. I'll say that they are about even when it comes down to guitar and bass. Now, technically, the guitar and bass for Holy Wars and Gematria beats Master of Puppets. It's just not as technical as Holy Wars and Gematria. Vocals. Without a doubt, Slipknot's vocals are the toughest technically. The vocal technique required to sing Holy Wars and Master Puppets is not that difficult. It's just some basic level compression. But to sing Gematria, you need to know false chord screaming. False chord screaming is pretty hard to learn and to master, so the vocals on Gematria are the hardest to perform. Drums. Gematria has the best drums out of the three songs, and that's not even a debate. Joey's drumming on this song outshines entire 40-year-long careers of certain other drummers. Now, Slipknot wins 2 out of the 3 categories for technique, meaning Slipknot's song is actually the most technical. Lyrics. Now, I feel all 3 of these songs have pretty strong and meaningful lyrics. The meaning behind Gematria and Holy Wars are practically the same. Now, I can't really say any song has better lyrics because that's purely subjective. Lyrics speak to different people in different ways, but I just have to bring them into the argument to show that Gematria holds up when compared to the other great songs that I have mentioned, Master of Puppets and Holy Wars. Melodies and harmonies. Now, this is really where Metallica lays ahead between the other 2 bands. Under the music genius of Cliff Burton, Master of Puppets, it's very melodic compared to the other metal songs. Also, Master of Puppets features one of the greatest harmonies of all time. So, this is where Metallica is really shining, and this is where they come out strong and hitting. So, now I average the places that each band scored in their specific categories. And guess what? They are all equal. So based off my categories, Slipknot wrote a thrash song that is equal to some of the greatest thrash songs of all time, Master of Puppets and Holy Wars. They are actually highly influenced by thrash.
But then I got into like thrash and speed metal, Flotsam, Testament, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, obviously, Exodus. And love that kind of fucking, thrash and speed metal playing.
I love Metallica so much. How did it feel for you to be playing in the place of Lars Ulrich for such a great band like Metallica?
I knew that question was coming. What can I really say? It was a dream come true. It was an amazing experience. I mean, there's really not any words can really put it into. I mean, he's never missed a show in 23 years. I happened to be there and got the chance to do it.
Slipknot has always stood out from its other new metal peers because its wide variety of influences. When you have 9 members, everyone's going to like slightly different music. This confluence of contrasting music styles makes the sound of Slipknot. And in some songs, different influences shine more than others. Clearly in Gematria, thrash is shown more than ever.